I've been critical about Moana team because of the fact that NZI has 20% of the pathway, and it was like to me I was thinking, man, how can this team be Pacific Island when NZI can just use this as a extra team to see if players are good enough to make the All Blacks, and always like it's not really a Pacific team, and yeah, it's something that stuck with me that never quite felt right, until it's our own team, yeah. So
and you're like saying it like in terms of like how Fiji drew is.
Exactly, because then it puts into question, in my mind, like, why can't it be like Fiji draw? Because to me, Fiji draw has it as their own team. I think they don't answer to anyone, And to me, it makes sense that Moana Pasifika should be that, or is it the 6 New Zealand franchise? Because to me, it may as well be. And if it is the six New Zealand franchise, that you can play for Samoa or Tonga as well, like, just, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then, but then I'd thought like it would be better if you just represent a second Auckland team, like change the branding of this team, call it South Auckland Raiders or something, South Auckland something, so you can get South Auckland on board, because when I look at the stadiums, heaps of empty seats down there, mm-hmm. and they're losing games too, and it's like,
I guess that's the other thing too, because it's like I think Aaron Major talked about it. It's hard when there's a lot of chat, but then they're also not getting the results that they were wanting. You can talk so much about things, and if it doesn't help, if the team is losing matches, close matches too, really close matches for them. I think the good signs, as you mentioned, in terms of the team. We already see there's about 8 Tongans in the Tongan team. So there's already that presence in there, which I hope it can influence other Tongans that come through. Again, it's different too, because it's like players already have an idea of where they want to end when they come through the Moana. And it's the same too with having Miracle, because I think Miracle's inclusion really sort of sparked the fire for the boys back home in Samoa, that these are things we only talked about and dreamt of, but he's actually out here making it visible. So like, he can sort of be that guy. I think it's the Tonga team. There's like about 8 of them in there, like that play for Moana, and I can honestly say that the Moana boys have actually made an influence in that Tonga team, even the Samoa team. But I know where you're right, because there's always that behind of like New Zealand Rugby, you just dip in whenever and bring it. And in terms of offers, I feel like they would have the bigger offer, So it's a hard one. But I guess I like where it's at in terms of that. They've shown that players, and then they've also shown that New Zealand can also take these players through poor Levi.
And that's the part that I don't like. That part of it,
But man, like I respect him. The more sort of gotten to know the journey that he's gone through, it's like, okay, like that's it. And I do wish for the best of him. I really hope he does good, because now that he's going to go to Crusaders, which is a whole different environment. And I hope that Moana has set him up to sort of understand that, because it's going to be a tough battle there in the midfield for Crusader spots. But I do hope that he cracks and gets his dream of what he wants. But speaking of Moana, man, there's a lot of work to be done in terms of the results. And I know now with the new coach, Zana, and he's already in the Manu Samoa coaching staff. So it's like, that can be a big help then. We can have that 20%, but because we have people that are inside these teams, maybe they can be the answer to all of this in terms of...
Because he's the bridge, now.
Yeah. And, start doing smaller stuff like, hey, let's take games back to Samoa. Let's take games back to Tonga. We've seen how Drua react in Fiji. Let's take some more games there, Because Fiji, that's their home ground now, in Fiji, the Drua team. So it's like, we got to find how to market that team properly to really make it authentically for us. You are right, that whole stealing of players, I feel like it's going to happen again. But
it's hard because of the lure of money overseas.
Not gonna lie though, I didn't know about that 20% thing. In all honesty, now you just mentioned it. Is that?
It came up when Kevin Singhu, he came on the breakdown, and before they had their first season, and he described the structure of it, because that was one of the questions too about what's NZR's involvement in this team, and he talked about a 20%. New Zealand has a 20% stake in alignment to NZR. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's a really hard topic to talk about but in all honesty, when I talk to these coaches and they actually have such a heart for the Pacific teams. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, I think man, Levi's case here, that was because, man, could you imagine the damage he'd been making right now for Samoa or Fiji? Like, he's just literally that guy that would be there for it. I knew too when he got picked for that New Zealand 15 team last year. I was like, hey, like, you know. So yeah, he can respect what he sees and what he wants. You know, that's what he wants. But I guess for moving forward, obviously, yeah, with Tana coming in, it's going to be a whole sort of shift and hopefully for some better days. And again, like you said, win games, man. They've got to get back on the winning track. You know, I think for Drewer's case, you know, they made the playoffs this year, and it was easy for people to praise them and not really see the other stuff that was going on because they were winning games. And you can do so much, but if you're not putting out the results that they want, then I guess that, you know, it's just not helping their case. So hopefully a new year, have these international boys that are going for duties, and hopefully some new signings. I really do pray that they have some new signings here in Auckland, good club signings, you know, that probably get overlooked at, and they set them up for Samoa, Fiji, or Samoa and Tonga, and hopefully Fiji, you know, have some more on the Fijian players come through.